Hi guys, it's Angie here from Mostly Maple again for another edition of Shoesday Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about flip-flops, the lazy man shoe. I know they're not the most fashionable or most popular shoe among fashion people, but I'm not really a rule follower, and I don't really believe in that whole trendy thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being trendy or following trends. I follow a bunch of them, but I don't subscribe to that, oh my god, that's so 2016, that's over with thing. And the idea that you can only be fashionable if you're wearing a particular type of shoe. You could only wear, pumps for this kind of event. And if you want to be casual, then you have to wear flats or a fancy sandal. There's absolutely nothing wrong with flip-flop. And in particular, there is nothing wrong with the plastic flip-flops from Old Navy, which I have to say, I have a little bit of an obsession, can we say, with. Those really cheesy, what are they called? Shoe racks that people hang in the back of their doors. Yeah, I actually have one of those, but not for my shoes, just for flip-flops, and not just any flip-flops. The shoe rack is filled entirely of just Old Navy flip-flops that I specifically got at Old Navy's dollar flip-flop sale. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already know this, and if you don't follow me, you should. So please go to Instagram after watching this video. And after subscribing to my channel, Mostly Maple Blog, go over and follow me on Mostly Maple. That's at mostly_maple. So on my Instagram, I had posted on Memorial Day, because last week I didn't post a new video, that instead, I didn't want to leave you guys with nothing. I talked a little bit about Old Navy's dollar flip-flop sale and how it really is my favorite. It's one of the little sales that I look forward to for Memorial Day. I kind of, look for sales all year round. I don't have to wait for a holiday to specifically go shopping, but the one thing I do look forward to, like I said, is the $1 flip-flop sale at Old Navy, because who doesn't love getting shoes and getting shoes for $1? Now, the particular flip-flops that I had shown in my Instagram post were the American flag flip-flops. These amazing babies. I mean, I had a blog post up on my blog at mostlymaple.com about how to dress with red, white, and blue without looking like the American flag, basically. But you know what? Sometimes you do want to look like the American flag, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And that kind of look, that overly on purpose patriotic look, is sometimes never done better than with the American flag flip-flop. And in my opinion, the only thing that beats the flip-flop is the American flag triangle bikini top, which I also do own and also got from Old Navy. But yeah, I love these. I think they're so cute. And, once they're on your feet, you can't really tell that, it's a flag. I mean, they will show up over here and up here, but, I mean, they're fun and they're cute, and why not? As I said before, the fashion gods, quote unquote, will tell you that that's, tacky, and you should never, run around wearing this kind of red, white, and blue. But You don't gotta listen to that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. Go out and do you and have fun. As I said before, I do have a literal entire closet filled of Old Navy flip-flops that I've gotten for $1 because I need them in every single color. I have them in every color imaginable. And when we go, we have, my husband and I both love to go, and he gets flip-flops, I get flip-flops, and the popular colors are always gone. They have always boxes and boxes of black and white, but try to get a pink, forget about it. Well, this year, I got my pink. I'm so excited. And not only is it, a pink in general, but it's hot pink. I love pink. Yes, I am a stereotypical, love all things sparkly and pink girl, and this is the perfect pink for me. If, there was an Angela pink, I think this would be it. I mean, maybe it would need to be, sparkly pink, I'm not sure, but it definitely would be this kind of, neon, brightness. They're gorgeous. And speaking of black and white, of course, they are staples. So you can never go wrong with having too many black or white or both flip-flops. I go through black flip-flops or dark navy blue flip-flops like probably no one goes through flip-flops. Because I have a flip-flop for every occasion. I have house flip-flops. I have flip-flops that I wear when I get out of the shower. I mean, it's ridiculous. I have a flip-flop for everything. And normally, those flip-flops that you wear dark colors, I don't really know why. I guess because maybe they don't show dirt as easily. But I also have 3 cats, and they love scratching their nails on anything. And for some reason, these Old Navy flip-flops are their favorite thing. But at least they fulfilled their flip-flop destiny and can live happily in flip-flop heaven. So I do have a new shiny new black pair and a shiny new white pair. Because who doesn't love a nice clean white flip-flop? That also is really good. It's good to have a nice basic, not only for the basicness of it, like it being a neutral, but also white looks fantastic with a tan. Could you imagine a nice tan in the summer and a nice pedicure with a pretty neon-y type, like the color I have on my nails now is a new orange that's really popular. I forget what it's called, but yeah, orange is a big color this season, I noticed, for nail polishes. So could you imagine with a nice tan and a nice pedicure with this flip-flop? Oh, it looks so good. So white, always consider that. You should always have a white flip-flop. And, with Old Navy, with them, I mean, originally they cost $3.94, so $4. But I mean, when you go to Old Navy for Memorial Day, and they're $1, pick up a bunch of white ones. And so, because you want to keep them clean, you don't want to walk around with dirty flip-flops, and white, is hard to keep clean. And when they're so cheap, why not just get a bunch of them and then just throw them out when they're, dirty or scratched or scuffed, and put a new pair on. So, perfect. Now, all the flip-flops that I've been talking about so far have been the dollar flip-flops, the, typical plain thong flip-flops that are, made out of, rubber, basically. I don't even know what they're really made out of. But they're nothing fancy. Rubber flip-flops. Thong rubber flip-flops. And I said at the beginning of this video that the, fashion gods probably don't even consider really the flip-flop necessarily a real shoe. But I do. And I do think there are flip-flops that kind of are in between the regular, plain old flip-flop and a sandal. And for example, you have leather flip-flops, and they have the most comfortable leather flip-flops at Old Navy. They're one of my favorite pairs ever. They are so comfortable. They actually, I don't know if you could really tell, but they're kind of cushioned. I don't know if you can really see that. Maybe if you see that? There you go. I think you can see that. They're cushioned, so you can walk around in these all day and they feel delicious on your feet. And what I love, I have two other pairs of these that I've already owned from last year, from 2 years ago, and then last year, and now there's this pair that I got this year and two others that I'm going to show you in a minute. And what's different about them is the straps. This is a brown leather braided strap, which I just think is adorable and can go with so many different outfits. This is also a neutral, so you want to add, a cute little detail to your feet. This is the perfect flip-flop. And I said before, my other video about the espadrille was all about keeping your feet cool. And these flip-flops, there's nothing will keep your feet cooler. It's just that the flip-flop is thought of as, like I said, is I guess kind of like the lazy way out of having to wear shoes. But when you don't really feel like wearing shoes, I particularly don't think there's anything wrong with wearing a flip-flop in certain situations. Now the other pair I got are these. This is much more similar to the ones I already have. The ones I already have are exactly like this, except I have one that is just silver, a metallic silver, and one that is a neon orange, a little bit lighter, a little bit different tone than the nail polish I have, which also looks incredible with tanned feet. But this is a shiny patent leather black strap, which I think looks so good with the brown. The brown leather with the patent leather black, I think there's something so pretty about that and different. And the patent leather and the shininess adds some, just a cool detail, I think, to your shoe. There's just something that I love about it. The other shoe that I got in the leather flip-flop was this pair. Now let me lean in closer so you can see the detail. This is a beaded silver and white strap. And I don't know if you can tell necessarily on camera how shiny this is, but this is like Sparkle City. Bright lights, Sparkle City with these things. And I love anything that sparkles, like I said before. Anything that's pink and sparkly, I love. So these are just perfect. And again, this is what I'm talking about. It's the little details that kind of like bring an outfit together. So flip-flops don't necessarily have to be, lazy. They can be fashionable. You just maybe want to go with a leather pair instead of the rubber, like I said, and with the little details now that they have, like these beads that are so sparkly and metallics, they draw the attention in and kind of tie everything together to give it that little extra something than having just a plain, one colored flip flop on. So the moral of today's Shoesday Tuesday is that flip flops can be fashionable. They're a comfortable shoe, and yes, I do use them as slippers, and yes, I do use them sometimes when I don't feel like putting on real shoes. But they themselves can be real shoes. There are so many different types of flip-flops and sandals nowadays where people wouldn't necessarily have thought to use that type of shoe or wear that type of shoe with their outfit, that now they do. So go out and be you, and if you don't feel like covering your feet up and you want to air your little feeties out and just walk around in flip-flops all day, by all means, you go and do that. Something I did want to add too is something really cute. My husband, he's an engineer, and he has to wear heavy steel-toed boots every day. And he came home one day and he totally meant this like seriously, but I thought it was so cute and profound that he said, when I retire, I am never wearing a shoe ever again. And I just, oh my God, that's so cute. And he entirely meant it, because he wears flip-flops all the time. When he doesn't have to work, then he's in flip-flops. And I think that is so cute. So he said, when I retire, that's it. I know one thing, I am never wearing a shoe ever again. And yes, he is one of those people that wears flip-flops in the dead of winter, but he has a ton of different style of flip-flops. So he's an example too. So it's not just women, men too. And again, it may not be for every event, but in the summer when it's hot and you want to keep your feet cool and you want to breathe, and it gets so hot during the summer that sometimes you really don't want to put that much thought into it. A flip-flop is the way to go, because it's the easy way to put what I consider is fashionable and a real shoe on without having to think too hard about it. Because like I said, with all the new different styles and all the different materials being used to make flip-flops, and all the different colors and metallics and beads and leathers and different textures, all that, it really brings a whole new meaning to the flip-flop. So I hope you enjoyed today's little Shoesday Tuesday. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about flip-flops. Do you think it's the lazy way out and not really a shoe per se? Or are you for the flip-flop and think it's a perfectly reasonable shoe and perfectly acceptable to wear regardless? Let me know, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to subscribe to my blog by submitting your email address into the Never Miss a Post section on my blog at mostlymaple.com. And also please follow me on Instagram, and of course all over social media. I would much appreciate it. You can find all the links to my social media pages on my Let's Be Social section on mostlymaple.com, which of course I'll link below for you. And of course, please don't forget to check out my accompanying blog post, which I will be putting out tomorrow for you guys, to talk even more about the flip-flop. So this is Angie here saying goodbye. I hope you have a good day, and to remind you that shoes were made for walking, so get ready, girls. Start walking.